In this video we'll look at the attribute mapping capabilities of Checkpoint. So with this project we've loaded, using the attribute manager, we've loaded in a series of sequences of P1 files, and we've got the data in those P1 files. So we've got the data that's automatically generated, including say water depth that's pulled out of the files. So if you go to the attribute map tool, that tool will allow you to set up a series of configurations. So let's set up the water depth. So we'll go water depth for the name. Position type, you can select the different types of position in the file. You can then select the data you want to load in. And if that data has multiple attributes, it can be linked to different streamers, different sources, but in this case we'll just use the vessel data and the vessel position. And the system will just generate a series of coloured points from that data. So it's just detected the range of the water depth. You can change the step if you want and just change the colour code accordingly. You can also then look at the data in three different ways. So the first way, the way it defaults to, is we're looking at the points. So this is looking at every 25th point. If we want to change that, we can, and the system will just load in every nth point in the survey and colour code it. The other option is to set up a grid. So we can look at our survey direction, look at an approximate width, usually sort of 500 if it's vessel separation, depends on your soot line separation, and the system will just colour code and set up a series of grid points at that point. The other thing we can do is set up an area. So we can generate a triangulated surface which just controls all the area. You can auto configure the configurations from the P1 configuration, or you can go in and edit them as you would expect. If we switch to this different project, this one has a whole series of 2D lines loaded in. So we just open up the water depth that we've already set up. It'll go through and load in all the lines. So that's over 100 sequences loaded, and it's then gridding, in this case, the water depth again, just as a simple example. Once you've done that, you can come back to the main checkpoint, and in the map layers is an attribute mapping layer, and you can, if you want to, display that layer in your checkpoint map. Or you can go into your reports section and create usually a project level report. We don't do attributes for daily, weekly, monthly, but you can come into here and add in again a map into that report and turn on the attribute layer. Select the layer options you want out of the layers that you've configured, and the system will display that and allow you to generate reports with that data in it.